And welcome back, folks. Hope you've had a lovely little break there. We're going to crack on and push on again. How is everybody feeling in the house?
Oh, this game's got dark in it.
Most games with Neil are pretty dark. It's got to be said.
I've never spent so long debating whether to murder a child who actually isn't even a child.
No,
I usually just do it.
Normally, it's instinctual, just like murder, done. There we are.
There's no one around to argue with about it.
Let's not fuck about.
I don't think this is. No, I'll try that one again. I think this is the most drunk I've ever been on an RPG.
Hooray!
Hooray! And I've changed T-shirts. Can you see? Because I'm a wannabe fanboy.
That's it. We'll have to get our own merch, Stu, so you can plug our podcast.
I've got to say, I mean, as much love to the Danger Club podcast. If we had our own T-shirts, it'd be kind of.
Well, you would be in good company because the Danger Club have been known to wear our own merch on our own streams. So,
Yeah, which you both do. Oh, no, hang on.
No.
Maybe that's the next milestone, eh?
But we have got a lovely range of feathered head, neckwear that Dan's currently displaying yet.
I'm trying this. This is going on sale.
I think shout out for the Danger Club podcast, and do either of you want to give a,
Thank you. Yeah, the Danger Club podcast is a Pathfinder 2nd edition podcast where a group of actors play through various Pathfinder modules. Theoretically, we play modules, but they're tied together with homebrew as well. So the idea is it's professional actors, but it's in the style of your own home game. So with all of the antics that come with that, and. What has been going on recently without spoiling any of it? We've been to a horrible library. It's been really scary. Lots of weird stuff happened. And everyone invited themselves to dinner and then hit on Ross's mum. That's the kind of spectrum of things that have happened in the last few weeks.
Good. That's a really good tagline there. We go to libraries and we hit on mums. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
That's too real. That's too real.
It's really dangerous.
We're all about realism.
I want escapism. Not my life.
Neil wants infanticide, not this nonsense going to libraries. That's not where you play fantasy.
Hitting on your mum.
If you can't tell, many of the Danger Club are approaching middle age.
How dare you?
Sorry,
Take that T-shirt off immediately. I'm going to burn it in front of me here on air. No, I'm joking.
I say that, but I mean that's many sort of parallels with the TwentySide. Tales from TwentySide, of course, where three of us are professional actors. Dom was almost a professional actor, but chose to actually make some money instead.
Debatable.
Amy works in insurance.
Yeah.
But
I'm the odd one out here.
She does, however, have a splendid hat.
And I couldn't find a devil, but I do have a Balrog, so I thought I could.
That's pretty good.
My hat here.
That is
and
already a better performer than I have ever been. So well done, Amy. That's
I've lost the flowers, but I've still got the skull on the front of my hat.
What's
I've
the
got some
Balrog's
petrol.
laugh, Amy? How does the Balrog laugh?
He doesn't laugh. How does a Balrog? He's full of fire and shadow. That doesn't laugh.
I think your hat laughs, doesn't it? But,
yes, my hat does laugh.
I know the fact that when you went to buy that hat, they were like, so how does the devil laugh? It doesn't laugh. It's full of fire and shadow. But it does chortle in a jaunty way.
Yeah.
Can I bring this
Maybe it laughs at the death of children or halflings, which we might be about to see.
I'm not doing it for
segue,
fun.
Dom.
I'm not doing it for fun. I'm doing it because I feel it needs to be done.
I don't enjoy killing children. It just needs to be done.
It just seems to need to be done a lot.
So Paul Halfling has been trying to leave the scene since the beginning of the stream. Like 3 lines, he's done. He's not getting paid by the hour.
No. No,
Every other statement is, I grapple the child.
He's definitely not getting featured artist.
definitely
for
not.
this. He's just no. You're a walk-on, mate. That was it.
Yeah. Fucking essay. Yeah.
With all that in mind, I think we ought to crack back on, folks. What do you reckon?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
bring ourselves back in. Ruby and Hewlett will come back to you shortly. So the next thing we come back onto is this, whatever this is.
It's a mess. It's gone horribly, horribly wrong, hasn't it, Dom?
A little bit, but it's all good. We can make it work. It's quality entertainment. That's what this is.
See, what I like is the way you led your GM down a dark path. He was like, the party are actually doing what I'm asking them to do. We might finish this adventure on time. And then gets to the crucial moment.
Nope.
Nah. We're gonna fuck about now. Go over the bridge. Whatever.
Bridge? No, never.
Never. I want to play with the NPC more and argue about things.
Please don't play with the NPC more.
All right. So Roach, you are being lowered down into the ravine. Is that correct?
Well, I hope.
Do not say no.
I hope I'm being lowered down and not just dropped.
Rod is lowering him down on the rope.
Rod is lowering him down.
Oh, that's reassuring from a dude.
I love the aesthetic. Yeah, it's fine. Rod, perhaps with the aid of Huel as well, you are able to lower Roach down. Roach isn't that heavy, as far as I'm aware. He's more wiry than Hench.
Yeah, he's tall but scrawny. Completely the opposite of me.
So, Roach, as you're being lowered down into this ravine, you get about halfway down, and you start to encounter this slime underfoot, and there's a strange etherealness. As you go further down into the ravine, you start to feel a little bit lightheaded as you do so. But you are able to be lowered into the ravine itself, and as you sort of get within 10 feet of the floor, you see a couple of things. You see that these insects, these bugs that have been trying to climb the other side of the wall, as you get a closer look at them, you see that they too are completely translucent. You can see their insides sort of pulsing and moving as they try to scrabble up the walls. But perhaps of more interest to you, Roach, you see, as the bugs kind of swarm over it, this object that you saw glinting in the dark previously, and you can see that there is a hatchet.
Okay.
Seems to have a wooden handle with a metal head, and it's clutched in the hands of a long dead skeleton. But the axe itself looks pristine.
Is it within reach?
Not really. Not without going fully into the pit of bugs.
Would you say it was buried?
It's a bit buried.
Beyond the reach of Roach.
Okay, so this is it's a bit like Ghostbusters 2, but fuck it, lower me a bit further.
Yes.
Well, we were going to.
It's all right. No one liked that one. Everyone's got it.
All right.
Fucking hate bugs.
You're lowered a bit further there, Roach, and you reach out you reach out for the axe. I'm going to need an athletics roll, please.
Okay. Athletic. Oh no, athletics is not my good one. That is 18.
18. Okay. Sort of tensing and straining, you push off the wall of the ravine. You're able to kind of stay a bit off the ground. You reach down. You do grab hold of the axe. However, as you do so, you also find your hand plunging into more of this grey ooze. and I need you to give me a fortitude save, please.
Good thing you used that hero point on the hat contest.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking I got a 13.
13, okay.
I don't regret that hero point.
As you withdraw your hand, Roach, you have the axe clutched in it, but you also notice that the skin on your hand is turning translucent.
I'll snatch it back.
You watch as this begins to spread up your arm, across your chest, and within mere moments, all of your skin has turned this same translucent as Jonath had.
Ah, fuck it! I'm turning invisible. Pull me up.
Should we
Drop in?
Absolutely better
Cut the rope. Just cut the rope. It's the only way.
As this
child.
As
I'm
this
glad
affliction,
Hewlett's not there.
Yes, let's cut the rope.
as this affliction spreads across your body, Roach, you feel a sense of bliss in your mind, but also a sense of great hunger somewhere deep within you. In your head, you once again hear this voice, come, come, come. And you feel that whatever is beyond in this temple will be the source of all your life's deepest happinesses. You are not compelled to take any action. Your mind and your actions are your own, but you want to get across that bridge. You want to see what awaits you.
Ah, fuck it! It's only an axe. Pull me up.
All right. You pull Roach up.
Well,
and
yes, we pull him up.
And as you pull Roach up, you see what has afflicted him. His skin has turned translucent and slimy.
Fuck it, let's get across this bridge. It's only an axe. Let's just fucking go.
Did you take the axe with you? Or did you drop it?
No, left it.
Okay.
It's irrelevant. It's
The
irrelevant.
axe
It's
of
pointless.
slime destruction. Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
leave it there. It's fun.
No, right. And Roach will start heading across the bridge.
All right. So as Roach starts heading across the bridge, I think that's a good point to cut back to Ruby and Hewlett, who have just dived into this pool of water.
Sploosh.
Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. You find yourselves diving into this water, and it's quite pleasantly warm as you dive into it. And
I'm always suspicious of warm water.
What colour is the water?
It's like a it's quite a lurid emerald green.
Okay.
But yes, the two of you begin to dive down towards this opening you'd seen underwater, and as you get to it, you do indeed see a tunnel stretching out ahead of you underwater that seems to go for. You estimate? Well, actually, no, you wouldn't be able to. Because you wouldn't have your torch when you go into the water. So you find yourselves kind of in quite thick darkness, but the walls of this tunnel are outlined in similar to what you'd previously seen with the purple cracks on the walls. You see a similar thing this time, but this time it's a much brighter pale blue that actually gives you enough light to see by, just about, and you can see that the tunnel stretches for maybe 50 feet ahead of you before drifting upwards, perhaps to another opening. Hewlett, with your ability, you notice, you see the fish that you had previously seen, and you also notice that they seem to have quite pronounced teeth.
Blob. Shit. Obviously, I can't communicate that to anybody at all. So I think I just swim as fast as I can, and sort of give Ruby a knowing look as I go past to say, The fish have pronounced teeth. We should swim, for I think they mean us harm, which come through as like that as he swims
At
past.
least go like.
No, I'm busy swimming.
Oh. All right, we need to swim through this tunnel then.
The case of the fish is solved. And I swim.
Right. Let's have an athletics roll from the two of you, please.
I thought I was using acrobatics. I'm tumbling end over end.
That's why you're not going very fast.
Okay.
13.
Oh, no. That's not very good at all. 7.
7. Ooh, okay. The two of you are able to make some good progress, but in your efforts to kind of move quickly, you thrash about a bit. You're not as graceful as perhaps you should be. And in doing so, this attracts the attention of these fish, and they come swarming towards you both.
Can I make a stealth check to try and hide?
Yeah.
And swim stealthily.
You can try to. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Come on. Oh, 23.
23.
I am one with the fish, and they are one with Ruby.
Okay. Sort of seeing these fish diving towards you, Hewlett. You sort of look around and you see what looks to be a patch of some underwater plant, sort of growing up from the floor, and you sort of see that and you start diving towards it.
To keep swimming, though, I'm not going to stop because I'll drown.
Yeah. Of course. But you intend to try and use that
It's a bit of cover.
as a bit of cover as you do so.
And stealthily try and sort of swim so Ruby is unaware of the fish. For after all, fish love ladies. A well-known edict in the detective world. You'll do well. It's the second thing learnt at detective school.
Are they catfish?
Oh. All right. Yeah. So with your stealth roll there, Hewlett, you are able to get to this. I've lost all my words. This underwater stuff.
Underwater stuff. Good.
Underwater stuff.
Good.
Technical term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aquatic biologist out of you yet.
So as you get to them, you do see this school of fish. They don't all seem to notice you. They kind of break into two groups. One starts moving towards you, and the other starts moving towards Ruby. You continue swimming through. However, making your way towards this exit on the other side.
Another check.
You both do get. Yes, let's have an athletics roll, please.
Come on.
Yeah.
Here we go. Swim like the wind. Oh, it's better. It's 14.
Oh,
Can I also
mine's
try?
worse.
Can I do a stealth check as well to keep trying to swim stealthily?
At this point, they are very aware of you. Unfortunately,
12.
Shit.
12. Okay.
14.
You are both able to pull yourselves further along the tunnel. The edge of of this tunnel is just in sight. You can see that. You can see the surface of the water, which you'll be breaking through very, very shortly. However, these schools of fish do catch you both up. I need you both to give me a reflex save, please.
Come on,
Fish
detective.
food today.
Oh, it's a natural one. Good. It's 11.
So it's plus the reflex thing, yeah?
That's it, yes.
Okay, 28.
28. Wow. And Hewlett?
11.
All right. Ruby, with a critical success there, you see these fish swarming around you, and you kick your legs, and you actually engage in a bit more swimming form. You're able to dive out of the way of being bitten by any of these fish. Hewlett, you're not so lucky. They swarm around you.
They'll never find me here in this underwater stuff. Oh, God!
You take 6 points of piercing damage as these fish tear into your flesh.
Shitty fish.
But you push onwards towards the end. Let's have one last athletics roll, please.
Come on. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 19. The bite has spurred my efforts.
That it has. So Hewlett, you're able to find one last burst of energy to push yourself sort of away from these fish, and you find yourself breaking the surface of the water. Ruby, unfortunately, as in that burst to get away from the fish, you found your foot got snagged on some form of reed or something, and I now need you to give me a reflex save, please.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Is it Lou Reed?
27.
27. Okay. Despite getting snagged in the flora, you are able to pull yourself free and continue kicking yourself towards the surface. The fish do get to you, but you are able to avoid kind of the worst of the damage. You would take 6 points of piercing damage, but it's reduced to 3.
Okay.
Success.
Oof.
And as a moment passes, the two of you both burst through the surface of the water, and you find yourselves in a much larger cavern, which I will describe for you very shortly as we go back to the rest of the party.
Meanwhile,
all this little boy wanted us to do, he's not a little boy, all this tiny grown man wanted us to do was to come with him into this cave and walk across this bridge. And so far, by not doing that, we've suffered untold horrors by just not following what the NPCs said, and the understanding that this would be the safer option.
Well, if only there were a character that now wants to do exactly that thing.
Maybe that is the safest thing to do. Maybe we should watch and see what Roach does. What happens to Roach when he?
you hear Hewlett's words to your mind going, "Always follow the pattern." I told you.
Yeah, Roach will just start heading across that bridge.
Actually, no, I can't allow this. I think I have to return the favor and rugby tackle Roach.
All right,
You
let's
can
have
fucking try.
athletics roll from Hool.
Athletics roll. 13.
13.
I did try.
You want my reflex DC, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Which is 21.
Fort DC, sorry.
Oh, Fort DC. Oh, Fort DC is 19. So, yeah, not a fucking chance.
I go flat on my face.
Not quite so bad there, right, Hool. You do go to grab Roach, but he brushes your grab off and continues walking.
Ha!
The Patsy is correct. Whatever horrors are causing this are across this bridge. Dispose of the child. We shall follow. Rod starts riding after.
No, if Roach is going across the bridge, he still has the rope tied around him. Let's tie the other end to Jonah. Quickly tie it around Jonah so that Roach drags Jonah across the bridge with him.
Not a rock. Not a rock.
I'm all down with this.
All right, Hool, give me a thievery roll. See how well you tie this.
A thievery roll. How good am I at thievery?
It's a weird choice for a skill, I know, but Pathfinder doesn't have anything comparable, really.
21.
21 is pretty good.
Gonna work.
Some pretty good knots. Yeah, Roach, you start moving forwards. I'm not gonna say it affects your speed because Jonah is pretty light already, and he's not. You've already seen.
He's a halfling.
He's not capable of much resistance. So yeah, you start dragging him along.
Okay.
This was
Just going to keep going because I know Bliss is ahead. So.
Noblesse oblige.
Fuck it. Bliss lies ahead. Yeah, going to carry on across the bridge.
Carry on across the bridge. Okay. You cross the bridge, Roach, with the rest of the party in tow, and after...
No, I'm hanging back. I'm staying on the other side.
you're staying by the ravine.
I want to see what happens.
No, please tell me you're going back to wearing your hat.
When he said you carry on across the bridge, he was talking about Roach.
Yes, Roach.
It's not all about you.
I tried to stop Roach. When I failed to rugby tackle Roach, I tried to restrain him by tying him to something. The rope that was around him, I tied it to something, but he just dragged that with him too. That was Jonah, that thing I tied him to. I did my best. What more can I do? But now I'm going to just wait and see what happens before I cross the bridge myself.
You try again. But it's up to you.
Well, I'm also curious.
Yeah.
See what will happen.
So, Roach, you cross the bridge in front of you, and you see ahead of you is a tunnel that leads. The cavern narrows into this tunnel, and the tunnel sort of bends off around to the right-hand side.
Yeah, I'll keep following it till I find these pillars that that Jonah said I should smack the top of.
Yeah, and in short order, Roach, you continue down this tunnel. Hool, you quickly see the tunnel twists away, and you lose sight of Roach as he continues down the tunnel. Roach, after about 100 feet of walking, the tunnel pitches back on itself to the left and widens out into a humongous cavern. You see a number of things. Immediately in front of you, as you come out of this tunnel, there are 6 pillars, sort of arrayed in a line, almost like a promenade entrance type thing. And you can see that all of these pillars are coated in a familiar sort of thick grey slime. Sorry, lost my notes. Bear with me.
Your adventure ends here.
That's it.
Bronson would like to throw the DM into the cavern.
There we go. Yes, it's two rows of 3 pillars, sort of formed from stalagmites at one point, and they're all covered in a thin layer of slime. And Roach, now you approach them, you see that they are covered, all of them, with thousands of handprints of various shapes and sizes.
How tall are these pillars?
Oh, they're a good 30 feet tall.
Okay.
The cavern you've walked into is massive. It's probably 100 feet from floor to ceiling.
Oh, the pillars go right the way to the ceiling. They're not just sort of.
The pillars don't go right the way up. The pillars go maybe 30 feet up and then stop.
Right, and how high is the ceiling from there?
100 feet.
The ceiling from the top of the pillars, the ceiling is about 70 feet high.
Right. Okay.
Also, as you enter the cavern, Roach, you can see 2 other things. Off to your left, you see a tall, glowing spiral looming out of the darkness. Faint white lines that seem to spiral up into nothingness. That's maybe from where you're currently stood. You see that is maybe 110 feet away. And off to your right, in a similar distance, you see the blocky shape of a ziggurat rising through the gloom.
Okay. Well, Roach has got in his mind, and this may be different to what was said to him, and I accept that. That Jonas said to him to slap the top of a pillar. So he's going to pull back all the rope, tie the grappling hook to the end of one of the rope, and try and sling it to the top of one of the pillars.
Sure.
With Jonah attached.
Jonah's attached.
Jonah's attached.
Yeah.
Off he goes
untie.
on the next phase of his grand adventure. What a lovely day he's having.
All along, and then untie him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's make an athletics roll there.
Okay.
Roach.
Athletics. Oh no, shit, that's still not the one I'm good at. 19.
19. That's enough. You're able to throw this grappling hook, so it clinks onto the top of the pillar.
Okay. Start climbing the pillar.
All right. As you go to start climbing, you you can climb the pillar quite easily. It's a bit slimy and gloopy where the pillar is coated in more of this slime. But there are what feels like a good handhold underneath them. They've been carved from natural rock after all, and in short order you find yourself on top of the pillar.
Okay, and with a final feeling of kind of culmination of his life, because he's had a fucking shit life as Roach. He feels he is going to finally, his life is going to come to some sort of meaning. He is going to slap his hand on the top of the pillar.
Yeah, and your hand slaps wetly into more of this slime. And as you do so, Roach, you see a flash in your mind's eye once again, and you hear that same voice. Good. Come. In the ziggurat. Your bliss lies in the ziggurat.
Fucking hell, I hate fucking being told where to go. Do I get any idea of where the ziggurat might be?
You have seen the shape of a ziggurat, sort of the blocky shape of a square pyramid, off to your right-hand side.
Okay, with a big sigh, is going to start climbing back down.
Yeah, easy enough to do. You can make your way down without issue.
What's everyone else doing? I'm curious.
Following the Patsy.
What did you find on top of the column?
Oh, I gotta go to the fucking ziggurat. I fucking hate cigarettes.
I hate cigarettes.
And I also love cigarettes, so yeah.
Let us purge the ziggurat with fire.
Yeah, but also let's fucking love the ziggurat.
Yes, let us love the ziggurat with fire.
Yeah, I fucking hate fire. Anyway. Right. Once down, I will head in the direction of the ziggurat.
And how is Jonah reacting to all this?
He's still trying to get away. You see him fiddling with the knots on the ropes, trying to undo them, but you prevent him from doing so. He's just trying to. The whole time he hasn't changed. He's been saying, just let me go. I need to go and bring more people here. More people deserve happiness. I must bring them here. I must bring them here.
I'll just fucking let him go. He's fine.
No, I don't think I will.
He's a fucking child.
I don't think I will.
Even though he's not a child, he's a fucking child.
I've taken a liking to him.
I hate kids. Oh shit.
So
that's worrying.
Rod and Bronson, you were following.
He's not a child. He's an adult, so I can do what I like.
Rod and Bronson, you were following Roach, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Hool, are you still at the other side of the ravine?
No, I'm following at a safe distance.
You're following at a safe distance.
I saw once I didn't go across the bridge till I saw that it wasn't booby trapped or anything.
Okay, no worries. So as the four of you begin making your way towards this blocky ziggurat, you will cut back to Hewlett and Ruby. So as the two of you burst out of the water, you find yourselves in an expansive cavern. You see that there is immediately in front of you, sort of towering out of this water, out of this pool of water, there is a large white column that stretches from floor to ceiling, that is wrapped in faint white light that looks vaguely similar to the writing you've already seen around these tunnels. And as you look a bit further into the darkness, you can see perhaps 100 feet away from where you are. You can see the blocky shape of a ziggurat looming out of the darkness. Hewlett, as you glance around the room, you take a look at this stone pillar, and you notice that this script or writing or whatever it is, it starts off reasonably large at the bottom of the pillar, but as it winds up and up and up the pillar, it becomes almost impossibly small.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I recognise it at all? If I get any kind of knowledge about what this could be?
Yeah, you can absolutely make an Arcana check.
That's pretty good. That's 27.
27, okay. So, as you look at this this pillar, Hewlett, you sort of swim a little bit closer and haul yourself out onto the shallow beach bit beside it, and you start to study this writing, and this seems to be. It's definitely the same language that you'd previously seen on your journey down here. However, this seems to be less in the form of worship, and from what you can gather, this seems to be more freeform, more prose-like.
Interesting.
Have you worked it out yet?
I'm working on it, Ruby. May I say, I'm glad you were not eaten by fish.
In fact, Hewlett, with that roll, you still don't know exactly what this says, this script, but you start to get the idea that this is perhaps a record of something.
I believe this is some sort of record of something.
Well, that's helpful.
Thank you, Ruby. Your continued support has a great sense of purpose to my actions. Do you know anything about this?
No.
No, didn't think so. No, just passing idle comment on my ruminations. Go.
I mean, there's that ziggurat over there.
What? Oh, yes. Oh, well, good observance. Very well. I do not believe there's anything much that can be done here. Is there any sort of effect coming off the pillar? Is it purely visual, or is there any sort of noise or heat or anything like that?
So it's purely visual. However, as you kind of reach out and you touch the pillar, Hewlett, to kind of get a feel for it.
Can't I use Ruby's hand to touch the pillar?
No.
You touch the pillar, just sort of letting it just gently caress your fingertips, and it's weird. The stone has a tactile feel to it. The best way I can describe it is it's a bit like Braille. As you run your fingers over it, it's not just random markings that are on the stone. There is a purpose to the patterning here. And as your fingers caress it, you do feel a faint soothing sensation wash through you, just for a moment.
Soothing. Curious. Does it feel, and feel free to ignore me as a GM, does it feel in the same vein as everything else we've seen before? Does it feel like it belongs here, or does it feel like something that's been put here for another purpose? Does it feel out of place?
Give me a... Just give me a straight intelligence roll.
Straight intelligence? Why, that would be a natural one. I feel soothed and brain dead.
You can draw whatever conclusions you wish.
This is clearly some sort of spa column placed here to make people feel better. Well, onwards.
Yeah, let's go.
You sure you don't want to touch the spa column?
No, I'm fine.
It's very soothing.
No.
Very
Draw
well.
whatever conclusions you wish, except the right ones.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Do you know what this reminds me of? My last assistant, Flotsam, how he died. He was eaten by fish, you know. Have you ever seen a rat eaten by fish?
Can't say I have.
Well, I shall tell you. And we walk off towards the cigarette.
All right. And
So
as
screams!
Assistant now.
The screams. You've never heard the screams before.
you start moving towards
Flotsam.
this ziggurat in the darkness, You see movement off to your right-hand side.
I see movement.
You see movement. And as you get a bit closer, you start to see what you recognise as the forms of your companions making their way away from 6 pillars, also in the direction of the ziggurat.
Look, it is our 6 companions from before, and they are still following the Patsy, who appears to be translucent. I knew it! I knew it! 3rd rule of detective school, you always follow the Patsy. Good. Well, we should continue on.
What? What do you know?
What do I know? What do you mean? I know many things. Many things.
Clearly you know nothing. Let's go.
How dare you?
Right.
I know things. He mutters and mumbles under his breath.
Things and stuff.
Things.
Okay. So with the party, so with as you approach the rest of your companions, Hewlett and Ruby, the rest of you become aware of movement off to your left. And Roach, with your dark vision, you see the still slightly wet forms of Hewlett and Ruby rejoining you.
So
Companions have returned.
Yes, we found a slightly different route here and a white pillar of soothing quality. Worth it? Totally worth it.
I don't think it's worth it.
It was worth it.
No.
And I got bitten by a fish.
The boy said that your route was the same route as ours, but just less convenient.
I mean,
we found a bridge, and Roach fell down and got turned into translucent. What happened in yours?
well, we found a soothing spa column, which clearly was placed here by the ancients to soothe the mind. And now we have rejoined so we follow the Patsy.
Fuck all that, we go to the ziggurat.
I see he has taken on his role well. Good. Fully accepted his Patsy-like nature. Lead on, Patsy!
Don't fucking call me that. I fucking hate Patsies.
I won't. Patsy.
All right. So as you approach this crystalline ziggurat,
Is it crystal?
it's as you've approached it, it's not crystal, but the stone itself, the stone it's made from is crystalline. It's got a bit of a sheen to it as you approach. And as you approach it, you see that there are ornate carvings that depict humanoids and creatures that appear human but also not. They seem to be worshipping or serving a large creature that consists of tentacles and has 3 eyes. There is a large crack in the front of the ziggurat that exposes a tunnel leading into the rock below it.
Fucking
Yeah.
hate humans.
Yet another
Just
crack.
straight into the crack. Assuming it's wide enough.
You see, the Patsy enters the crack willingly.
This is like crack inception.
Yes.
Hewlett, with your investigator ability,
Yes. Is there something odd? I mean, there's so much that's odd, but
as you look at these carvings and these depictions on the walls of the outside of the ziggurat, just give me an occultism roll.
I will.
I like it. It's something odd. Well, it's all fucking odd.
I mean, it's all odd, but it's something slightly more odd than the incredible oddity that surrounds us. That would be a 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you sort of pass an eye over these these carvings. There's something vaguely familiar about them. You feel like you've read about what creature this might be, but the name escapes you.
I wish I could remember the name of the creature. Then that Ruby, my assistant, would know that I know things. But I shall keep silent.
Yet again, I'm proved right.
All right.
You heard that? I thought it was in my head. I need to stop muttering. Damn it.
I want to watch this detective show in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I. This will be a real fun side adventure, I think.
Oh yeah.
Hewlett and Ruby.
Yes, that's right. Detective Edgeforth and his unwilling assistant.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So are you all continuing into the ziggurat?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I presume I should be walking. I should be walking with who's at the back,
Yes,
observing.
I'll stay right back.
You go ahead, assistant. I should be right behind you.
I'm not your assistant.
Yet.
So you all make your way into the ziggurat, and it winds a little way underground, not very far, and within about a minute or so, you all begin to see ahead of you a faint blue glow as the tunnel widens out into a circular chamber that contains a pool of water in the middle. The floor itself is scattered with bones, some human, some not. But perhaps the most curious thing about this is that the light that this pool is giving off it's creating what can best be described as a starscape across the walls of the cavern itself. And there is incredible detail in here. You know, as you sort of look at these lights dancing, you can see the shapes of various planets and stars sort of drifting across the wall. It's really quite very, very, very beautiful.
Oh, I'm glad we came now. It was worth it for this.
I fucking told you so. I fucking hate journeys, but it's
Roach,
fucking worth it.
I'm
Roach.
glad you did.
As you step into this chamber, Roach, you once again hear the voice in your head. Come, come, come. Join me in the water, and your bliss will be assured.
See, I keep hearing this fucking voice telling me to come, but instead I'm just gonna go in the water. Start heading into the water.
Don't worry, I'll watch.
Yes, I'll watch.
You're gonna watch me come in the water.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm worried about how often this voice is saying "come" and the ghoul that
Yes.
seems to be everywhere.
and dragging Jonah with you.
And all the fucking slime. Yeah, I know.
I've heard about these clubs in Vauxhall.
All right. So as you
They're not just in Vauxhall, I can tell you.
And I know you've more than just heard of them.
I've investigated them fully.
So is anybody else got anything different they want to do here?
Oh yes, I get out my notebook and I start journaling exactly what's going to happen to him for posterity.
All right.
A religion check.
Oh, I'm glad my death will be.
Ruby is going to rugby tackle Roach because no one else is.
We already tried that.
So I think Rod wanted to do something, correct?
Yeah, we get a little religion check. See if I know if this is anything to do with the gods, as I'm aware of.
Absolutely.
It's only a 15.
It's a 15. Okay. You sort of look around. There's definitely some sort of religious connotation to this. It's certainly not towards any god that you're aware of.
Okay. This is blasphemy.
Nice. And okay, and then
I fucking hate gods.
I agree with you, B-man.
so Ruby's going to attempt to grapple Roach. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Careful, assistant.
Let's roll an athletics check, please.
Okay. 18.
18. And what was your fort DC, Roach?
My fort DC is 19.
Only just.
So
What the fuck are you trying to do?
Ruby dives towards you, Roach. Once again, you're able to shake her off before she can grab you.
Yeah.
Jumping into the water.
It's fine. Just go in the water. Yeah.
Leave him, Ruby.
So Roach, you step up towards this pool of water. Ruby trying and failing to stop you from doing so, and you dive in with a splash. And that feels like a good place to take one last break before we push on to the end.
Oh, he's going in the pool.
Tales from the 20Side
is a Feagle Films production
in association with Juicy Falls.
Music for booksounds.com.
Editing by Stu Jackson.
Find us on Facebook and Twitter by searching Tales from the 20Side.
Or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.